I guarantee you, this is what happened. He retired. He came home. He had to go to 2 games, bro, for his kids.
Yeah.
He had to go to for 2 weeks.
Watch
he had to
2
take his
awful games.
Bro, awful games, bro. Watch his kids just suck at whatever sport he said, yeah, fuck this.
All right, guys, everybody, welcome back to A Dose of Reality. I'm Blake Steele. That's Kid ISO. I appreciate y'all coming in, watching, listening, subscribing. Again, hit that subscribe button for us. We have a super special guest today, a personal friend of mine I've known for a long time, man. Very creative, very smart, out there on the go. Bro, no rest for the wicked. Very own Joseph Campbell. How you doing, man? I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah.
Give a little some.
For our special guest.
Might as well, I got shit to talk about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we just clap it out. Clap out the silent moments, right?
Absolutely. Well, that's what you just say, like, round of applause, and then we clap, and it just sounds like bullshit.
You guys what you gotta do is get like the big neon sign and just hit the little button that says applause.
Oh no, bro!
Absolutely.
You know what everybody else
Absolutely.
does? They get the Roadcaster, and then the Roadcaster has that little button that you push, and then the applause goes live time onto the recording.
I'm not gonna lie, you just be giving out the keys to the game, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, at least we make it, believable. It's really happening. You see the footage.
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Now that you say that, I'm thinking about like how it just looks when you like just don't nobody clap and you just hear applause on podcasts.
Yeah,
and
bro.
shit now. Damn, that's crazy. You know what? Yeah, the live studio audience is definitely gonna have to clap their motherfucking hands.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
getting paid for it.
Or else they're getting kicked the fuck out, that ass. And I'm gonna kick them on my
that's what they're
damn
there
self.
for, man.
Yeah, it's like, yo, clap, motherfucker. Damn, free liquor.
Laugh a little bit.
Laugh,
You gotta have the
like
audio track.
like, yeah, man, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not saying I'm fucking Dave Chappelle or nothing, but I got a joke or two that could hit the audience, right? Hit the ears.
Let's hear it.
Oh, I don't have it
he's
just
on the
like
spot.
that. Like, it's not on the spot, kid.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
okay.
a comedian. I'm just, I'm just a truth teller.
A truth teller.
I'm just a
Hey,
man of the people.
Sometimes the truth is funny as shit, bro.
Absolutely. Most of the
It
time,
can
the
be.
truth is
Can
funny
be.
as fuck. Actually, I try to see the humor in all things. Because if you don't, you be fucking mad at the world and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all these, you be like driving or you walking around, you see all these old people that are so pissed off. And it's like, damn, you wasted your whole life. And that's why you're so fucking mad right now.
I
Can't be
have
you.
a saying for people like that, bro. You can't be mad at them, bro,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you know that their wife's probably cheating on them, their kids disrespect them, and they're just getting no ass at home.
I was thinking about that, right? So I have a question for you guys. Like, do you think that if your lady sees you get your ass whooped, her respect for you, like, is definitely going to lower, or is she going to, like, understand that, like, maybe this guy just had hands?
That's a good question. I think that if she doesn't assume the caretaker role after the ass whooping, that means she lost respect.
Damn.
But if she goes right into like, oh, are you good? Like, how can I help? Kind of deal, like nursing mode. I think then you kept the respect. I think it's situational.
I feel that. I just feel like once your girl has seen somebody beat the shit out of you, like, you can't really raise your voice at her no more. You know what I mean?
Or
Like,
she feels like she can beat the shit out of you.
yeah, maybe she
Yeah.
thinks that, so that's like,
I think it's circumstantial too, man, because at the end of the day, if she knows that what she's getting into when she gets into it, like, this guy's not a fighter, he's a lover, because I've known plenty of men like that they're just out there, don't want to get into no scraps, but they
Right.
run their mouth.
That's
Then
crazy.
okay, at that point, she's probably going to take the knight in shining armor lead. But if she, has been seeing you this whole time acting like a bad boy and you get your ass handed to you, then at that point, I think respect is going to be lost, and I think she's going to fuck you up next, honestly.
That's crazy. Because I was just thinking about that. Because I saw, like, this UFC fighter, just face just fucked up. Like, wife and kids are in the attendance, and somebody just mounts you.
I feel
and
like
just beats you until the referee says, get off of you.
I think that's a little different, though.
You think so?
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't
if-
think so.
if
That's
you're
an
getting paid
organized
to,
sport.
if you're getting paid to fight,
Yeah, it's
like,
an organized sport.
like you're the breadwinner for the family.
I
If you're
feel
if you're an
that, but,
ultimate
like,
fighter,
What if
dude.
you were, doing any other sport? and you were playing football or basketball or anything like that, and
Yeah.
something happened on the court or on the field, and you just got wrecked.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If I was watching TV and my dad like gets like cracked really hard, like on a football field, loses the ball, they go to score for
Like
a touchdown,
sacked, pick six.
Yeah, I don't know if my respect level for that man is gonna be as high as it was when before. Because now I just saw like, I don't know if you can sit around and tell me like, hey, go clean your room if I'm not feeling like it. Because I'm be like, hey, bro, why ain't you what happened to Cuz?
You pull up the YouTube clip like,
Right,
yeah,
yo,
clean my room,
Dad.
Dad.
This is what happened to you, man. I don't know I don't know. Like, maybe that's just me being an asshole. But I don't know if the respect level for watching my father, you know, like as a young man, like get fucked up like that, it should have just...
Well, here, let me ask you a question. Who's your favorite quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
So Aaron Rodgers gets sacked bad, like
Absolutely.
so bad. You think he comes home and his son's like, Dad, you're a bitch, like straight up.
Oh, you know what? Maybe... that's
No,
interesting.
not Aaron Rodgers, because he's sitting there drinking a whole glass of whiskey every time he's done with the game.
Yo,
so
as
you
soon
know
as he gets
he
home-
might break that glass on somebody's
Yeah,
face.
low key, his son ain't trying to trying to talk to
And
Cuz.
he's like, I'm dropping 75-yard bombs. What are you doing?
What do you do, bro? This
Jerking
man,
off in your room.
bro. This man would probably just real life just leave a crib if somebody talk crazy to him like that, bro. Like, you know what? The damage I could do to these people, I'm gonna just dip. That's crazy, though.
Well, Tom Brady won't even quit playing football for his kids and his wife.
Yep.
Yo, Tom Brady is a funny guy, bro. Tom Brady said, "Oh yeah, shorty, I know you're worth more than me, and I know, like, you know,
We'd be well off.
Yeah, we'd be well off, and you put your career on hold for me, but like, yeah, I gotta pick the kids up from school. You know what? They need me.
I'm going back to training camp.
They need me over her, man. They need me.
They're not gonna be able to do it.
They're not gonna be able to do it without me. Honey, it's for the greater good. I bet he told her. So apparently he didn't even like tell her like until he had already made the decision.
Enlisted.
He told
Until he
right.
enlisted.
He told the Buccaneers
I
like,
feel like
I'm
he
coming
fucked
back.
up. I feel like he fucked up because he was like all retired, and his
Yeah.
wife was probably like, all right, finally. And then he was like, nah, never mind.
Yeah, never
Bro,
mind.
he probably straight up came at it like, you know what? I don't want to go to the military, but this, hun, this is just like the military.
Just like the military.
Millions of people watching me save the world.
Yo, I bet you, I guarantee you, this is what happened. He retired. He came home. He had to go to 2 games, bro, for his kids.
Yeah.
He had to go to for 2 weeks.
Watch
he had to
2
take his
awful
bro,
games.
awful games, bro. Watch his kids just suck at whatever sport he said. Yeah, fuck this. I'm cool.
No, that's when he realized that what's her name was cheating on him.
Yeah, he's like,
He
fuck.
said my kids.
He
Wait,
said,
is she actually?
Nah, but we shouldn't spread
yeah.
that.
I was
No,
gonna say.
no, he's like, fuck this. I do not want to
It's
watch.
not the
my
first
kids
time I've heard
underachieve.
shit like that though.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, think about it though. If his kids aren't good at football, then I mean, it could be the mailman's or the pool boys' kids.
To be honest with you, though,
'Cause
real
he's
shit.
a GOAT, bro.
Real shit. I wouldn't be surprised if like Brady got like a little something on the side that he be going at like knock down every now and then, like
Yeah.
you know, like.
Oh,
And
I
bet
would not be surprised.
like, cause I mean, I just don't like. Here's the thing, right? When you get the average man will get with whatever lady will have him, right? But when you get to a certain point, like you're going to, and you let's say Tom Brady probably wouldn't have been the coolest guy in the world if he wasn't a quarterback.
Right.
You know what I mean? He would be a little nerdy. You know what I mean? So like he got to the point where he's dating Giselle. And back in the day when Giselle was acting more and more of a model, like we saw her more, everybody thought she's one of the baddest chicks in the world. So you're with Giselle. Like there's no way you're not sitting there like, you know what? Like if I can get with Giselle, I could just get the baddest little OnlyFans 24 in the prime of her life shorty just to come kick it. Just when, you know, we're on the road, I just want a game, we're going to stay here the night.
Wait.
Flyer.
Follow up though. What's worse, getting as a son looking at his father, cheating on the mom, or getting your ass beat or tackled bad?
Getting your ass beat.
That's
No
worse.
doubt about it, yeah. Here's the thing, right?
No, those kids are drinking Voss water. They don't give a shit. That
Yeah,
he's
no,
cheating.
well, yeah, no, I mean, like, and that's the thing. That man is probably that is probably one of the worst fathers in the world. And this is why I say that, like, not to like be
Yeah,
bullshit.
we've talked about that.
But
yeah.
when you're dedicated to something, There's no way there's no way he could be the GOAT if he put his family first.
Yep.
If he put his family over football, he wouldn't be the GOAT. There's no way.
That's
There's
true.
no way.
He wouldn't even be playing this year if he put his
right.
Right, but he would have retired years ago if he put his family over football. So like, there's no way. I don't see that there's a way that you can be successful in any field like that. And I'm talking about really hit the pinnacle of your success if you putting your family first. And that sounds fucked up, but really realize like there's only 24 hours in a day, and you can only you have the amount of time that you have to put towards something to be successful every day. There's no way you can do that and still be a good family man, still be a good dad.
Well,
you've
heard the 10,000 hours rule, right? Mm-hmm. Where you gotta be like put 10,000 hours into something to be like a master class or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like 10,000. That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
It's taken away from your family. It's taken away from everything.
But I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because obviously it's not right to be like neglecting time with your family, but at the same time, it's like there's two options at this point. You either become extremely successful and you dedicate that time to the success that, again, will trickle down and your family will reap the benefits immediately, and then after you're gone, and then their kids will be taken care of. Or you sit there working 60 hours a week at a dead-end job that you're never going to move up from, and you're never home to see your family, making absolutely nothing, and just being able to support the kids and pay the bills. So either way, what's worse?
Well, in that sense, you'll have more time. You will have more time.
When you're working 60, 70-hour weeks?
I doubt that there's that many people actually working 60, maybe 50.
Well, you're tripping, bro, because
I work 60-hour weeks, bro.
I mean, remember like the factories that we worked at? These people are working there 12 hours plus, and they're doing that they're doing that every single day. Listen, these factories are running because of Americans like that, bro. Yeah. That's the only way that these factories are running. So what I'm saying is that you're neglecting if you're in a bad situation or if you're in a good situation, you're still neglecting your time with your children. Yeah. So what's the best beneficial thing for your children?
I mean, to
become extremely successful.
There are those people that can find that somewhat middle ground. But I mean, again, that's it, right? You don't reach the pinnacle of your success. You don't reach the pinnacle of your success, and you don't reach the pinnacle of what you could be as a father as well.
There's no fame, and there's just a little bit of money. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, truthfully, if you want to build a family, right, you do, and you want to be successful in your field, it's important that you have conversations with that woman that you want to marry. Like, hey, I am going to go for this. This is my main priority. If you can't be cool with that, then we can't work out. But
for sure,
any female that I'm talking to, like actually trying to be in a relationship with, I'm telling them straight up, like, yo, my career is first. Whatever decisions I need to make for my career to be successful and to reach the pinnacle of my talents, of what all I can be in my life, I'm gonna go for it. Well, if you want to hop on, you can.
The thing is too, if you are straight up with that, and you know, like the woman of your life, the woman that you actually are gonna spend your whole life with, is gonna be like, yeah, cool, I get it. Like, I got dreams too. I got things I want to accomplish. She's gonna support you in that.
Absolutely.
The chick that's not gonna be there is gonna be like, well, you're spending too much time at work. Like, I need you home. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Like, otherwise, she's gonna be like, no, you're cool. Like, go get your shit and then come home.
Absolutely.
We want prenup. We want prenup.
Yeah. No, honestly, like, that's the thing though. That's the thing with women too. Like, if I'm dating somebody, they gotta have something going on for themselves too. Like, I don't want to date somebody that they're literally is just like, oh, my life is our relationship.
Right.
Like, that's toxic, one, and two, that just shows that you're not doing anything with you.
I don't think that would possibly even be able to work, to be honest with you. I don't think that you can be with someone, for a stretch of time because you guys both got comfortable, but I mean, like, I don't think you can be with somebody that has no ambitions if you have ambitions. It's just not going to work. That road is like a lonely road at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they want you to care about that time together. That's all that matters. And it's like, for me, like, I have goals, aspirations, dreams, and like, I want you to have that, because truthfully, the way I am, I'm going to try to support in any way I can and push you to be the best that you can be as well. Because if we're both bosses, if we're both balling, if we're both doing the best that we can for ourselves and reaching our pinnacle, we'll build a better life.
So let me ask you about this. So let's say somebody is in like a valley of their life. Like, how do you go about that? Would you help them out of it? Would you give them a certain X amount of time to like be like, hey, you need to like get to this point or X, Y, and B, or do you just cut and run and say, like, sorry, like, you don't have a job, you don't have this, you don't have...
No, I mean, I definitely will, for me, I definitely will, like, definitely try to help you get out of that situation and, like, try to push you as much as I can. But after a while, if I see that you're just... Why are you laughing? What's up?
I'm just laughing because I feel like both of those options are a dead-end road. I feel like you sit there, you give somebody time, you're going to have to cut them off anyway, or you just cut them off. It's the same thing. Because
well, I feel like the worst situation is if, like, you give that time, they get to the point that you were hoping they were going to get to, and then they cut and run on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest. That would be the
best situation. That would be the best situation.
How's that the best situation?
Because at this point, that's a lesson worth learned. You extended your arm to I mean, what it's like Sleeping Beauty with the poison apple. You know what I mean? You presented somebody with knowledge that they probably didn't deserve, and you learned a lesson.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I just think that personally as men, we work the best when we're in pain, right? When we feel like some sort of uncomfortable situation.
I'll stop you right there. I think that's actually a human thing. Yeah. I think, like, you got to go out of your comfort zone to, like, get to the next level.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
For sure.
No, I agree with that because, I just don't feel like when things are good and comfortable, like, you just like, oh, well, you know, I can just be cool and just lazily go along because things are going good. And it's like, nah, like, that's really when you should be trying to push yourself to go even further and further, you know. And like, we kind of squander those times of like the good being good because we want to enjoy it being good, when like in reality we all want to get to a point where like it is all good. Like the problems we have are like BS. You know, I want to get to the problems where I have is just bullshit. It's like, yo, I went to the store and I was gonna spend like $2,000 and they didn't have the TV I wanted, and I was blue about that. So I have to order it online. That's what I want my problems.
I feel like a lot of people get stuck in that fact, though, that, you know, I want my problems to be bullshit problems, but at the same time, the steps that you're taking to get to where you want to get to, you're following yourself in the same position because you're doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results.
Absolutely.
Definition of insanity right there.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, like, contentness is what? Being fine is what? I mean, just a sorry excuse for yourself at that point. You're sitting there trying to make yourself feel better, saying, well, yeah, I'm cool with what I have right now, when obviously you know you're lying to yourself.
Right. Well, so I don't think that needs to be confused, though, with, like, gratefulness. I think you definitely have to appreciate what you have, but you can't lose that hunger of, like, not even need, but, like, these are the goals I have, and, like, I want to get to this level. But you also have to look backwards and be like, I'm glad I got where I am now.
Yeah, that's definitely. Absolutely. Grateful and content are definitely two different things.
Mm-hmm. And that's what, like, a lot of people who were, like, one-hit wonders with anything, be it
music,
sports, whatever. They reached that,
Barnes,
like,
Tik Tok,
anything. They reached that. They got hot off something. They got hot off something, and they never capitalized on it.
Mm-hmm.
And what point is getting hot if you don't capitalize on?
Well, so that's the thing. I mean, with creators like that, they're still artists, and they still have a means to an end. It's just they don't know how to get there. So they start on their journey, and then it either gets too hard, or they're unable to do something financially, or they're unable to do something physically, you know what I mean? And then it's just really easy to give up, even though people work their ass off to get a couple thousand views, and you got 1 million views overnight. Like, just that would have put a battery in my back.
But that's the thing, right? That's the funny thing about the views. Everybody says that, oh, we can get 1 million views overnight. That never happens, right? So, like, we always say that, like,
or
we
like
just think
go
somebody blows
viral.
Up. Yeah, or you go viral. But really what happens is you've been putting yourself in a position where 5,000 to 10,000 people are constantly viewing your content, and then you had that one thing that really hit. Mm-hmm. But it took hard work to get to that 5,000, 10,000 mark where people were actually caring. Mm-hmm. And then you were able to blow off that. And so, like, Yeah, that's why I always say like it's all this takes hard work. You don't become successful in anything without hard work.
Have you ever heard of Chris Webby? You know who that is?
Yeah,
Chris
So
Webby. Yeah.
he has a verse in one of his songs. It's like it takes 10 years to become an overnight success.
right.
So like you were talking about like that like million views overnight. Like that person put in probably 10 years of like hard ass work before that one video clicked and got him 1 million views.
Right.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
don't realize that until
Yep.
they pop. Yeah.
It takes a long time. Yeah, of course. And I mean, you gotta be, everything gotta be right. You know what I mean? That's why like, it's funny. You see these like rappers, and even like Taylor Swift, right? You see them like sign these deals, get these advances, get famous because the you know, record label puts in the work to get them famous.
Yeah, but then they lose out on all that sales because
And
now Taylor Swift like owes all of her shit to whoever produced
Exactly.
it.
And then they're mad. The funniest thing is like they're so upset. They're like, oh, they're getting these record labels don't care about the artist, and it's like, well, yeah, but like you put in no money and you were a nobody, and they took you from a nobody and said, hey, here's the world, and now they understood that in the back end it's gonna pay off. They understood that you weren't gonna get the money up front. That's why, if you're smart, you just don't take the money. If you have the money, but no, most people don't have the money.
Right.
Yeah.
But if
100%.
you don't take the money, if you say, hey, you know what? I know you're gonna give me 800,000, but make that 200,000, and I want 50% of my masters.
That's a good idea.
Now we're cooking, because now they're like, well, we're not putting so much in, so we don't expect you to get as hot without this much money. You know what I mean? And that's why you got to finesse. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, the music industry is a whole nother animal, man.
Oh, it's
like,
fucking
the
bitch.
restaurant industry is like will eat you alive, but the music industry probably worse.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about that a little bit, bro. We've covered a wide range of topics so far. Go over what you do a little bit, bro.
So first of all, I'll give you guys the gist. I've been in the restaurant industry for just about 10 years.
Oh shit.
So I started. My very first job in the restaurant industry, dishwasher. I was like, I want to get my foot in the door, do whatever I can, whatever it is. I'll do anything, wash dishes, fuck it. So work up from that into being a host, and then into a server, manager. Like, it was a long process. But now as a manager, like having that experience from dishwasher to manager, like it's needed. Like you can't have a manager that doesn't know what he's doing from the back of house all the way to the front of house. Like if you have someone that's like, ah, man, that's like too much work, it's like you shouldn't be a manager. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to, like, if there's a shortcoming in any position in the restaurant, like you have to be able to fill it. You have to have the knowledge and the skill to be like, I can do this job without whatever shitty hourly employee comes in. You know what I'm saying? So like that's it's like you have to have that knowledge. And after almost 10 years, but I'm in my 9th year. My 10-year anniversary is coming up in I want to say like October, November. But it's been a wild ride, and I like thank God every day, like, for starting as like the bottom tier basically. And even now saying that, like, it sounds like bad, because you need dishwashers, you need people to do the hard work that other people are not willing to do. And it's like, if you're not willing to do it yourself, how can you ever go in and be like, hey, do this for me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you have to be able to, like, be in the trenches with these people in order to lead them truly. It's like it's like to have that base knowledge is like a necessity, in my opinion.
I feel that.
So it's like that's why I feel like I say it.
Lead by example almost.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty admirable, because I mean, you think that, especially when you're a kid and you're working stupid jobs, drive through or whatever, like you said, bussing tables or being a runner or just doing anything, working at a convenience store, anything. You always have a higher up, and generally that person that's a higher up or that's lead or that's manager has just gotten that position either based on because of qualifications with school or qualifications with prior jobs, and it's like this person has never worked in this field, in this industry, so now it's like you're delegating towards people in a completely different industry, but they're just hiring you because you have the qualifications. And it's like, you look at these people, you have no respect for these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't, because generally they're not very nice to begin with, generally, or they just don't know what they're doing, so it doesn't matter if they're nice or not. So the fact that you...
Or they're just lazy.
Or lazy.
Yeah, lazy.
But that's 99% of people nowadays are just lazy because everything's instant gratification. If I don't get something now, then there's no point in doing it. But like I'm saying, bro, that's super admirable that that you think that way, and there's more people that need to think that way because it's just like, at this point, you have the whole concept of everything. There's really, you know what I mean? Like you know the ins and outs, and you'll be able to progress so much farther in this field or in another field with your qualifications, doing delegations as well. I mean, that's awesome.
That's been like the big question is like, I love my job and I love what I do and I love the company that I work for, but there's always that like allure. Like, okay, I got this sick resume. Like, do I go try to find something else? Do I try to like go to a different restaurant and see if I can become more successful? But then like I think about this where I've already put in the time where I'm at now. If I go, you know, let me go to some fancy fine dining. So for a little bit more background, I work breakfast and lunch service, like basically like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's it. Like, so no doubles, no dinner shifts, nothing like that. No wines. You know, we serve alcohol, but it's Bloody Marys, mimosas. That's it. But
Mimosas.
It's like, yeah, which is pretty sweet. Adds to a lot of our business volume. Like $1,000 in alcohol sales for a restaurant, breakfast restaurant Saturday, Sunday. It's a big boost. But like to go into like something else, like fine dining, like steaks and wines and stuff, like, yeah, maybe I'll make more money, but it's like, will I have to put in another 10 years to get to where I am now at a different restaurant, you know?
Right.
So, like, where I'm at now is pretty good. I'm like, you know, I'm up for a promotion, like I'm in line, that kind of thing. But it's like I'm kind of scared to like branch out because it might take another 10 years. Yeah, I have a good resume, better than when I started. But it's like, will it take that much hard work to get even to the same place that I am now in a different location or different atmosphere? So like that's kind of like it's not necessarily a fear, but it's like
weighing those options.
Right. Like I'm trying to figure out like what I really want to do. How do I get to where I want to be?
What kind of industry were you planning on? Were you like even looking into?
Well, the ultimate goal, the reason I actually fell in love with the restaurant industry in the beginning is I want to open and operate my own someday. So like the idea was get in at the ground floor, learn as much as I can, get as much experience as possible, then take that into my own business and be like, this is how I want it to run. I'm going to make all the decisions that like right now I have to be like, hey, corporate is like this cool. Can I do this? Can I do that? So I want to be like that guy that people ask that question to.
Absolutely.
So I want to build something like that. But it's like at this point right now, if I were to go take a loan and try to like build a business like that, I don't think I have enough experience, even after almost 10 years.
Right.
So like that's why I kind of like think about sometimes the fine dining and that kind of stuff, because if I'm gonna branch out and do something like that, I need more experience. Like, yeah, I have like the value of like, okay, yeah, I'll wash dishes if I have to, I'll do this if I have to, whatever it takes. But there's certain things that I don't know yet. Like I don't know, like this wine bottle, you know, like they put the towel over, they bring it to the table, like this is grown in this vineyard and all that stuff. Like, nah, I don't have any knowledge about bartending, stuff like that. And self-awareness, I think, is the key to that.
Absolutely.
Because like as much as I want to go out and be like, this is my restaurant, I'm gonna kill it, like, do I have the knowledge to go out and kill it like I want to? Not really.
I think that I think when it comes down to the restaurant business, I feel like you have to kind of figure out where you want to start. If you want to commercialize something, or if you want it to be like a mom and pop restaurant that people know about and obviously is vocalized on platforms, on social media, that people are like, hey, you got to go check this out. Like recently, like I went to Insomnia Cookies, which I've never been to before.
You had never been to Insomnia Cookies, cuz?
No, I've
I've never even heard of that.
Never. Oh,
it's
man.
It's Chicago's, like in the city part.
Yeah.
And they have a few locations, but I mean they have amazing cookies. They have amazing cookies, and
they're open. They're called Insomnia Cookies because they're open really late.
Right, but I just I saw that on social media, so I was like, shit, I gotta try this, and then I saw it in person. You know what I mean? So that kind of factor, if you're gonna commercialize it, I think that a lot of it is just gaining publicity and finding people that will initially sponsor you to be able to grow your business. You know what I mean? So you could take a loan out and you could hire employees and you could get the job done but where's the location? Is the product moving? Are you getting revenue from that product? Are people posting about your restaurant on their platforms? I mean, on the business aspect.
Is that area like even a good area for whatever you're trying to sell?
Like, what are you selling? Are you selling burgers, brats, and hot dogs? Are you by Wrigleyville? Or are you selling steaks on the south side? You know what I mean? Like, where you at? So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into those decisions, and I feel like it's like not even like the entry level experience. Like that's like not even like that's like years and years and years of experience where it's like, you know what areas are the best place to put your restaurant. You know what these people want to buy. You know what those people want to buy. Like, that's tough.
But you're the consumer, though. You got to realize that. So, yeah, just because you're selling a product doesn't mean that you're not the consumer. So if you wouldn't want to consume that product in that area, then you know that you probably shouldn't have a restaurant there. You know what I mean? Based on your opinion means the most. Because if you think about it, you've been throughout the whole process. So at that point, you would know. More than I would know, more than Aaron would know. You know what I mean? More than anybody that goes to restaurants avidly. You know what I mean? Like, something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So like my opinion matters on that kind of thing, but also like the average Joe or whoever it is that's like, I'm kind of hungry. It's 11 o'clock. Let's go get lunch. Like, the husband might be like, let's go here. The wife's gonna be like, nah, let's go here. So it's like I gotta think about my opinion. I gotta think about her opinion. I gotta think about his opinion. I gotta think about the kid that's like, oh well, this person has coloring sheets. Like I want to go there. Like McDonald's has a play place, like that kind of thing. Like there's so much that goes into like the average family's decision on where they want to spend their money.
Yeah, because
it's crazy.
Those car rides to where you finna go get so heated that sometimes, like when I was a shorty, like we wouldn't go nowhere. Like we start arguing, like me and my.
Yeah, and then Dad's like, turn this car around.
Bro,
but are you going for the random drops? Like, hey, like let's just go here, like as a family. Or are you looking for like a direct consumer base?
Well, obviously the ultimate goal is to build regular customers, because regular customers is what makes a business.
Right.
Like, if someone's like, yo, I need bacon and eggs, I'm going to go to this place every single time. I'd rather have that guy than 20 families that are like, oh, maybe we'll go here once a week.
Things on the menu.
Right. And spend as little money as possible. But the guy that comes in, it's like falls in love, or even maybe it's a girl. Like, one person's like, hey, I got 20 minutes for lunch. This place does it fast enough. I like their ambiance. I like all this stuff. Like, I like their merchandise. Like, that person that comes every day on their 20-minute lunch hour is more important to me, like the random person that's like, maybe I'll go there.
Right. And customer service, too.
And
that's probably the most important.
Absolutely. And you know what I've noticed, like, especially like in the actual city of Chicago, like the actual city, there's certain places that you go for certain things, right? So like around the DePaul, Wrigleyville area, there's a lot of like bars, sports bars that you go to like maybe midday. And like, downtown, there's a lot of like brunch places, but there's also like a lot of places you go for dinner. So like, I think, like, again, location matters, but even like just location, like in a certain part of town makes you think about, oh, this is what I would want from here. This is the kind of food I'm feeling at this point in time. So
I've noticed, especially like around the suburbs, around the water, because I mean, you've been around the water too, so I'm sure you can agree with this, is that when you have the whole concoction, this is a safe place for families to go with live music, but then there's also a bar for the adults. You know what I mean? And a great restaurant. I feel like those are the places that have the longevity of it.
Absolutely.
Live music, family friendly, great customer service, alcohol.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Alcohol is so important too, because like you just attract
like a true alcohol.
Oh, absolutely. It's so important though for certain restaurants, because there's certain restaurants that they're only there for their drinks. But there's a lot of restaurants that they have really, really good food, and then they have like some bomb-ass fucking drinks. You go there, like...
I feel like some places, too, it's just like you either get like one or the other. They're like, yeah, I only have this. Especially for like more like hard alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no, we don't have that. Oh, we don't have that. It's like,
yeah, they don't be having fully stocked
you're a
bars. That'd
bar,
be killing
bro.
me. That'd be killing me. It's like, yo,
Wait,
I don't want this
Tito's?
off-brand
Like,
ass.
no.
I don't want this off-brand ass
What, you can
tequila.
Skull right now?
Like, what is this,
What?
bro? This off-brand ass shit, man. These off-brand ass beers I ain't never heard
That's
of
when
and
you
shit.
walk out, bro.
Like,
It's
yo,
like, what home brewery did you pick this up from?
Modelo.
Modelo, Corona.
Corona.
You know, COVID, yeah.
Coors
give me one of
Light.
those.
Like, give me something. It was like, yeah, we have this special IPA that we got
That no
from
one's
the
ever heard of.
Virgin Islands. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? I want a goddamn Corona, nigga. Like, that's what I want. Give it to me now. Like,
Oh, sorry, we don't have limes.
oh, that kills me.
We could put a
Yo.
lemon in there, though.
Oh, I heard that before. The waitress is like, yeah, we could put a lemon in there. I was in Indiana, and I just looked at her.
Dude, if you're getting a Corona in Indiana, you fucked up with your life, man.
Oh, I was in Indiana trying to get whatever like was not a freaking Bud Light. That's all. I was just
sure.
trying not to
But
drink
he
Bud Light
wasn't
all
even
night.
ever paying for his drinks either, because the older white gentleman would generally just take him under his wing and
Bro,
buy
these
him
older,
drinks.
yo, that is hilarious, yo. When I'd be at the bars in Indiana, like there would just be some older white guy that would just be like, "What's up?" And I'd be like, "Hey," because I don't really talk to people at bars. Like I'm trying to just sit there, enjoy my drink and whatnot. And he's like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "What are you drinking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just had like a shot of Jameson." All right, 2 shots of Jameson, man, for my buddy. One for me, one for my buddy here. It's like, now we're buddies. I said like 3 words to you, dude.
See, this brings up another point of like, this is why I kind of want to go into that like bar scene, bartender style, because like late night or like after 5 p.m., it's a whole different scene.
Absolutely.
Man. Like I deal with like people on their way to work. Like I deal with people like trying to get their eggs and bacon before they do their shit. Like when someone's going to time one on, like they're a whole different person than if they came to breakfast and had bacon and eggs at, you know, whatever, 7 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
Except
that
for-
same guy can go at 5 o'clock and be like, hey, I'm going to buy this guy 2 Coronas and 2 Jamesons, whatever.
Yeah, except for me, like, yo, if I'm probably, especially if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, and I'm going to like breakfast or like a brunch, because I'm not going to be that early, like, I'm probably already like 3 drinks in, like, ready to go on like a Saturday. So,
Dude,
like,
I want to go pick this guy up at 6:30 in the morning.
it was not 6:30.
Bro, it was 6:30 in the morning.
7 o'clock.
I went to go
It
pick
was
this guy.
fucking
No,
7 o'clock.
Half hour
I went to go pick this guy up 6:30
It was 7
in
o'clock.
the morning, bro. And he's literally walking out of the house with a high noon in his hand.
Yo, I
and I'm
was-
like,
Damn.
bro,
I
are
was-
you drinking right now? And he's like,
Dude, I was thirsty.
at first he didn't even respond to me. Like he was like nonchalantly trying to brush off my question.
I was going to ignore
And
him.
I'm like, dude, are you drinking right now? And he's like, yeah.
Well, wait, so here's my question. Were you like drinking all night and he came to pick you up and it's like,
Nah, bro, this
No.
motherfucker woke up in the morning,
I was
bro,
like,
and
I'm
just
having-
drank a high noon
This
right
is-
before I grabbed him, because I know when I called him, he was still like, huh? Okay. All right, cool. Bet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he had to
All
have
right.
just woken
So this
up
is what happened.
and then walks out of the house with a high noon
This
in
is-
his hand. bro.
Absolutely, that's exactly. But this is the backstory about the high noon. I had no other drinks besides water and freaking high noon in the fridge. And yes, I had already
Great
drinking the
choice.
water.
Great choice. What, did you sit there for about 5 minutes before you made that
I'd
decision?
already drank a water, and I was like,
H2O, the thing that
Right, the
creates
thing
life,
that I
or
need.
alcohol?
yo,
or
I
alcohol.
I had water already, and
Should
I was
catch
like,
a buzz
I would
this
like.
morning or stay hydrated.
I was like, knew I had a long train ride, and I wanted something sweet. We didn't have time to stop at the gas station, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm about to smoke a blunt anyway. We might as well just sip this high noon and just enjoy the little train ride, you know? Like now, I'm like
All right.
listening to Kendrick, and I'm really more excited.
All my negative opinions just went away because he was getting ready to go on a train ride.
Yeah,
Like you almost
2 hour and a half.
alcohol on a train ride is like absolutely a necessity.
But bro,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the case if that was the first time that I've seen him do something like that. And a train ride is not always the excuse.
Oh no. If it's Saturday, I'm not gonna lie. After I get out of the gym, I'm about to go probably have a couple drinks for sure.
I think the best part is when he gets in the car and I'm just like, "You good, bro?" And he's like, Huh? Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm cool.
And he hadn't been drinking at all. I'm like, you cool, man? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm all right. It's like, you just look like so sad.
Yo,
right
he
now,
just...
bro.
All right, so here's the thing, right? At 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm not, like, energetic. Like, you catch me at 9, I'm ready to go. But at 6:30, hell no. And this man is, like, smiling and laughing and so happy to be awake.
Do you drink coffee? You got caffeine in your system at that point? See,
no, he's like, this is pre-bang, too. Like, before the bang, he's just, yeah, fucking let's go.
Did you know that they still have Kangaroo Boxing in Australia?
They still have it, like, to this day?
No, I'm just fucking with you. But they did at one point have Kangaroo Boxing.
I was
in
finna
Australia.
say, yo, I was like, can you sign up to, like, throw hands with one of them motherfuckers?
They have the KB Kangaroo, and they have it on their flag. So every sporting event, they wave the flag. But no, somebody actually got in a ring with the kangaroo.
Yeah. Did they, like, was they holding their own, or was they getting fucked up?
No, they were holding their own.
Damn.
There's a bunch of
that's
pictures,
intense.
Early 1900s.
Dude, what, bro? I'd be in there throwing them hoes at a kangaroo.
They're buff, dude. Kangaroos are fucking
strong.
buff.
I seen this one thing that was crazy. This is on ESPN. And there's these two, you're locked in a phone booth with another person, and y'all both got these little MMA gloves on.
I saw that too.
And they just be throwing hands in this tight little space.
That looks like fun.
That looks like fucking, bro.
You need to have some quick hands for that.
I was telling Blake, I was like, yo, they should lock us in there and, like, see who comes out. And he didn't want to do it.
Is that something you proposed to me?
I definitely did. I was
I don't
like,
think you proposed that
I was
to me.
like, yo, let's, like,
I'm pretty sure
we
you
should
just
definitely.
said that, and I brushed it off.
Yeah, you're like,
Fucking
oh,
idiot.
no.
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, I've told this man, I was like, you know what we should do is, like, rent out a gym, get, like, wrapped up, get in the cage, and film it for the podcast. And he's like, no, because you gonna start getting mad. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
This is a conversation that never took place.
It did. He's lying. Oh, so you gonna act like it didn't happen at the gym? This man said,
now, just like this conversation.
this
never
man,
took
this is
place.
exactly what this man said. He said, yo, nah, because you're going to try to start wrestling me, bro, and then the fight's going to be over with. And I was like,
you
well,
can't
that's
wrestle
part
on
of...
you can't wrestle on a phone booth.
Yeah, so it's like, so I proposed a phone booth yesterday. I showed this man. I was like, yo, we should get in there, bro. He's just...
I'm pretty sure I brushed him off. It was such an ignorant thing to say. We should just get in the phone booth and fight.
Just throw them hoes. See what happens. No, it's just
how much
for
does, like,
fun.
an old school phone booth even cost? Like, buy.
Oh, that's probably expensive, low-key.
Honestly, that's probably not what's even going to happen. We're probably going to get, like, I don't know, those gardening stakes and then just wrap wire around it.
Oh,
and
make it look real ghetto and just get in there.
Right.
Throw them. Bro, that'd be
Shuck it up.
that'd be hilarious because then, like, when, like, you're with the homies and you all get drunk and, like, somebody starts getting a little too rowdy, you're like, you know what?
Get in there.
Go in the phone booth. Get your ass in the phone booth. And then they just throw them hoes
That's
for,
when
like,
they take it out.
yeah, for 45 seconds because they're not going to last much longer than that. 45 seconds and then it's like, all right, now you got to have a beer together. It's over with. It's done.
I forgot to ask you, man. Is there any crazy shit that's happened at the restaurant?
Yes. Many crazy things have happened at the restaurant. Most recently, probably the craziest thing that's ever happened, actually kind of funny because we're talking about fighting right now. I had recently, July 4th actually, so pretty recently, I had two people in the back, like dishwashers, talking shit to each other and fucking got into a fist fight, bro.
Damn.
So, like, and I, you know, it's my one day to leave early. I have this host, like, manager leader that, like, closes for me every once in a while. So she's like, it's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, business is starting to slow down. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. So I'm driving home and my buddy calls me from this restaurant and he goes, hey dude, like, you need to come back. There's blood everywhere. And I was like, what? And, like, this is someone I, like, mess around with, like, so I know when he's, like, joking or not. So I fucking pull a Yui in traffic. Like, I need to go back right now. I pull up back to the restaurant. There's police cars, ambulances, everything. And I walk in. There's, like you said, there's blood all over the floor. Everything is going crazy. And, like, me, like, I don't really know. Like, I don't really feel like an authoritative figure, but, like, I'm the manager, so, like, I am. But like I got 12 behind me. Like they're like, we need to find out what happened. So I'm like, I go to all my cooks. I'm like, hey, what happened? Go to all my dishwashers. Hey, what happened? And the whole time I got like 412 behind me, like taking notes. So I'm like freaking out.
That's crazy.
And so I'm like figuring out the whole story. And basically what happened is like one guy was like, hey, you need to work faster. Like you're not going fast enough. Like we need to get out of here, get this done, whatever. And that dude sucker punched the other guy.
Wow.
And then he, like, the other dude turns around, goes to square up. Dude throws another punch, slips, bounces his head off the steel 3-compartment sink, opens his forehead, gets like 9-12 stitches, like crazy style.
Sheesh.
And, you know, as the manager, I'm like, obviously police are here and everything. They're taking notes, so I got to document all of it. I got to figure out, like, how to go about it. I got to report it to insurance, like all this stuff. Like, it was just like a crazy, crazy day.
That's insane.
How do you address the runners?
Runners as in, like...
The people that come in, eat your nice meal, and then just leave.
Oh. Honestly, I charge it to the game, man. It's like, a lot of times it's like... It doesn't actually happen as often as you might think. But, like, people are pretty obvious about it. I have, like, chased people out and, like, hey, you didn't pay, like, this kind of thing. But, like, 7 times out of 10, it's like they tried to pay on the QR code and it didn't work. And, like, they're usually nice about it. But there's a couple times where, like, people are being shady and, like, I caught them in the act. But, like, let's say a server comes up to me and they're like, hey, this table is still open on my, you know, handheld, KDS, whatever. And they're like, I don't think this person paid. I just go in, comp it to walk out. And I'm like, there's no way you're going to find that person. We don't know who it was. Like, just charge it to the game.
That's crazy.
I'm thinking that, like, yeah, no, it is crazy because, like, every time I'm in a restaurant, I'm like, damn, there's cameras everywhere. Not the fact that I would do that. I'm just saying that, like, for somebody that would do something like that, there's cameras everywhere and witnesses.
That's crazy about fights at work because, like, I've only, like, working all my life, I've only seen, like, one fight happen. And it happened when, like, this girl was off the clock. And I guess they had words on social media. And she's like I remember she just walked up in there and she only said one thing. And she's like, bitch, I told you I was going to whoop your ass. And then she commenced to, like, beating her ass. And I remember just looking like, oh, shit. Like,
well, okay, so my thing is, like, how are you going to fight at work, dude? Like, everybody's there to do a job, to try to make money. You know, that's what it is.
Unprofessional.
Like, how are you unprofessional? Like, that's, I feel like, the key term for, like, today's day and age in workers. Like,
I think, because I've almost got into it a couple times working in a factory. I think when it comes to, like, the conditions and, you know, tempers are high at that point, and you're exhausted, and, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's certain situations, like, especially if somebody slipped up and, like, called you a bitch. You know what I mean? And, like, I think it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think it's just, like, depends where they go and how unprofessional they get for somebody to actually commence to do something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, in working, I just don't take anything that happens at work really too seriously. There's only been like one incident where I would say, like, I didn't fight a coworker, I didn't fight anybody, but, like, I got into a back and forth with a customer, but, like,
oh, that's when he called you the N-word?
Yeah, he called me the N-word, though. So, like, he's lucky I didn't beat the shit out of him, because I almost did, and then I thought about it. I was like, I should probably not do that. This man is, like, obviously, like, a little bit older, and, like, I really do that to him. So I didn't put my hands on him. But, like, yeah, like, that was just, like, that was that. But, like, as far as anything else, to be honest, like, I just really don't mix business and pleasure. So there's not really anything that a coworker is going to say to me that doesn't really have to do with work that is really going to get me heated, you know? I'm
all about energy, though. So it's like, depends how, like, what kind of energy somebody's bringing towards me. So at this point, it's like, if I'm being respectful to you and we're in a work setting and you say something sly or, like, condescending, okay, whatever. But if you go out of your way, you know what I mean, to disrespect me,
I feel you.
It's an energy thing, bro. At that point, it's like...
Are you throwing hands at that point?
I don't think I'm going to throw hands, but I definitely am going to throw some words out. And wherever goes from there, goes from there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be the first one to initiate the fight unless somebody, like, really came at me. like seriously came at me, like if somebody came at me and was just like, yo, like your performance is shit, they're not my manager, you know what I'm saying, like, and called me a bitch, you know what I mean? At that point, I'm gonna be like, okay, like I'm gonna show you who a bitch is.
To be honest, in that situation for me personally, like I'd probably laugh, cause like at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, like I'm still getting paid, so like at the end of the day, I want my check. So I just, especially like coworkers that are, especially like they're on the same level with me. Like who are you to tell me anything? Like if a manager called me that, then that's a little different. But if it's just like a coworker that's on the same, and they're like, oh yeah, you're working shit, you're a bitch, I'd be like, okay.
That's an HR claim right there.
Yeah,
but
it's
boom.
like, yeah, just laugh. Be like, okay, I like, cool.
It's funny that type of shit doesn't make you mad, but then the littlest shit makes you mad.
Oh my god!
Like, bro, this kid will start literally freaking out,
going
the littlest shit,
the
bro.
Littlest
but
shit
somebody says
me
something
off.
to his face, not a problem.
Funny.
So
it's
for me, being a manager, I've definitely gotten a lot more petty. Like in like my heyday, you know, getting into like an argument, words with somebody, like I might like fly off the handle a little bit. But nowadays, like, I just document everything. Like someone, like, especially if like an employee is like, hey, you're a bitch, you're a shit manager, I'm like, oh really? And that motherfucker's getting fired like quick as hell, like every time, you know.
Absolutely.
Like
Yo, that's absolutely the move. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess for me, the disrespect really has to reach like a point where it's like, then I'm gonna get upset, because I don't know, like, especially at work, because this might sound bad, but I don't take work, it's not that I don't take it seriously, but like I don't care about it enough to let it affect like my daily everyday. So like I'm there to like make money. That's why like I'm probably not the guy, like I'm there during the times I'm scheduled, I'll give 110%. But as soon as it hits like 3:00, my ass is going home, and I'm not staying any longer. You can go fuck yourself. If you have to stay longer because you need me to stay longer, and you have to stay longer because I won't, I'm fucking sorry. Because like after once you have me, you know, from this time to this time, once that time hits, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about this job anymore. Kiss my ass until it's time to go back again.
It's kind of like the same thing, like with like leaving your home life at home. You got to leave your work life at work.
Absolutely.
Like if you take that shit home with you, like it's just gonna bother you for no reason. Like it's gonna ruin your night.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
Fucking stupid. I can't do it. I you know, I smoke too much, to be honest with you, to like really give a fuck about a lot of things. So like work is like, I want to make sure I'm doing a great job, because like I want to perform well and I want to make money, but like going above and beyond, I'm gonna do my job. Give you 110% and be nice to the customer.
Well, nowadays, like, that is going above and beyond. Like, I have employees that, like, I wish would do their job, like, the way they're supposed to. And it's, like the way HR works and all this stuff, like, I gotta document everything. Otherwise, like, if I say the wrong thing and they go to HR, like, I'm the one in trouble. Absolutely. So I gotta make sure, like, my P's and Q's are good. Like for you, for example, like, let's say I'm your manager. Like you're scheduled from 6 a.m. to 2. 2:00 hits and you're like, peace. I'm like, all right, man, like I'm not gonna ask you to do anything else. Like I'm not gonna make you go above and beyond, because in my mind I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna give him like the good shifts, you know, like let's say for me, like you're a server in my restaurant. Like the person that stays that extra 20 minutes to make sure shit is perfect for the next day, like that person's gonna get the opening shift, the better shift, make more money. Absolutely. Like the person that's like, yo, it's 1:45 and I'm already clocked out. Like that person, all right, well, tomorrow you're starting at 9 and you're gonna work till 2, so you're gonna lose 2 hours of pay. Exactly. So like that's like kind of like my mindset.
You gotta be able to finesse, and like I feel like as a manager, you gotta walk that line between being, you know, nice, but also, you know, taking over the ship and like routing the ship where it needs to go, leading the ship. Like, hey, I gotta be a leader right now. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna go intentionally try to hurt your feelings or go out of my way to be an asshole, but if you're not doing what you gotta do, I have to tell you that. Right. You know, and that's why like a lot of people try to be friends with the people that they're like managing and stuff like that. And I just personally, I don't really like the friend shit at work.
Yeah,
regardless.
it's not worth it.
Like don't try to make friends at work. I am not the person that you say. I say good morning and I say good night. That's it. I'm not trying to talk to motherfuckers. Like, I'm not. I'm trying to get the fuck in and get the fuck out.
I tell people all the time, you know, if you're friends with somebody and they end up getting a management position, like, in your field, at your establishment, I'm sorry, kid, but that person is not your friend anymore.
Absolutely
not. You can't,
for sure.
Like, because there's going to be things that happen in the workplace that are just unexcusable, and you're going to think that they should be because you guys are friends. And now that person is going to think that you think that that person understands why they had to do that because they're in a management position, but you're like saying,
and
fuck them.
And to be honest with you, to put your friend in that position to like where they have to even choose between like friend and man, that's fucked up anyway.
But I knew you were going with that already.
Because you could just be a bad manager and not know how to manage people, and then lose a friendship. You know what I mean? I think it's like there's two sides.
Absolutely, but like at the same time, like if first of all, I don't really like working with my friends like that. Like unless it's like some shit that we're not gonna be doing for a super long time, just because like
you don't like working with me, bro.
I mean, I like working with you.
Is this work
like,
right now?
Yeah, every day.
I guess this is work, but like I wouldn't say like, I mean, if we're working at the same like company every day, like, I don't know, like.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake.
Yeah, I don't know, like how good our friendship could be. It's like when you work with somebody you're dating. You know, that shit is just not healthy.
That's a no-fly zone for management.
Yeah, seeing especially in management, but like seeing somebody too much, right? Number one, but number two, like just because sometimes people get it construed, like just because this is work. And I say something to you at work doesn't mean our friendship is like should feel any way. But if you're fucking up, fuck you, nigga.
I feel like the first step to that is like setting the tone.
Absolutely.
Because for me, I do have a couple friends that I work with, like people that I kind of like know that I brought in, like recruited, and they know what my position is. And like most of the time, I'm harder on those people because I expect more out of them.
Absolutely.
Because they know the job, they know what I expect, so they understand the difference of like. Okay, we're in work mode or we're in friend mode, you know, like.
Yeah. And this man is funny. I think it's different between working together and having a fucking business together. That's two different things.
Yeah,
we've done both.
Yeah, but like when we worked together, oh my God, he used to piss me off. I hate it. Oh my goodness, I didn't like working with Blake that much. This man is so happy. Like, I'm trying to work and shit, get shit done. He's like, hey man, like, no, what are you fucking smiling for? We're sitting here
bro.
sweating and shit.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
Miserable.
We work some crap jobs,
some bullshit.
But every time I'd look over at Aaron, every time.
He's got like that bitch face on.
No, bro, it was even worse than that. Honestly, you see, you see him drenched like he just took a shower, so he's sweating profusely on the forehead, and then he just looks like this. And then, bro, I'll hit him with the. Hey, bro, you good? And he's just like,
nah, fuck that.
Just go ahead, bro. Do your shit, man. Damn,
like, bro,
kid. Like,
honestly, bro, I'm almost worried for him. That's why I'm checking in on him, bro. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes he has these looks like, you obviously remember, like, A.D.O.R, right? Like, just, hey, poo. You know what I mean? Like, when he's at a job, bro, it's just like, how you doing?
Yo, I be focused on getting shit done, bro. I'm not in.
Dude, we'll be on break. We'll be on lunch, and I'm just sitting there, just looking at my phone or something. I'll be like, "You good, man?" Yeah.
See, one of my favorite things about management is like I have a couple people like that on staff. If I can get that person like to laugh their ass off, like I'll say something that like, and you know whoever watches this, HR would probably be like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that. But if it gets that person to crack up and they're like, man, like I needed that. Like my day is like I'm good. Like I'm happy that happened.
Yeah. I try to make Aaron laugh every day, at least once.
Yeah.
At least once. I don't know why.
You know what's okay, so here's the thing, like he's like amazed that nothing impresses me. Like I just sit and look at shit like, But
see, that's the thing, though. If I can make this man laugh and nothing impresses him, and he's laughing harder than that fake laugh right now, bro, then, dude, straight up, man, like, I've really accomplished something today.
All right, so here, for example, one of my favorite things to do at work is I play fake celebrity.
Okay.
So like there'll be a customer that comes in, you know, he'll look like vaguely like a celebrity, but it's like funny because you point it out and they're like, it's not him, but I can see why you would say that. So for example, most recently this guy came in, like chubbier guy, super long blonde hair, and I was like, yo, everybody, like, we got a celebrity in the house, like, just be careful, like Chris Hemsworth is at this table. Dude looked like Fat Thor straight up. And like everybody's like circling around the restaurant, like going to look at table whatever it was, 21, and they're like, oh my god, it's not him, but it, like, I could see why you would say that. And they just come up to me and they just crack up laughing and they're like, yep. And they like pound me up like, yep. It's so funny. So same day, even a couple hours later, you know those like masks that people put on that have like the extended like duckbill looking thing?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, careful. We got another celebrity in the house. Like, everybody just chill. And then they're like, where? I'm like, table 21, Daffy Duck. Everybody just cracks up. And it's like, that's the kind of stuff that gets me going at work. Like, if I can, like, obviously we're getting crushed by business. Everyone's working their ass off, sweating. Like, if I can get people to like take a break and be like, that was funny, like, I'm glad like I had like a couple minutes to just like laugh about something. Like, I feel like I did my job as a manager. Like, I made that shift just a tad bit easier for that person.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what you need to do as a manager, though. That's definitely important to like keep the morale high for sure.
Like, I like to have fun, but like I said, I've from the very bottom to the very top. Like, I like to have fun, but I'll do like if someone's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to clean shit out of the bathroom. Like, I'll do it and I'll show you how to do it. But it's like, I'm gonna make you laugh while I'm doing it.
Right. Absolutely.
Tell them about the gym days, bro.
Which one?
Just tell them about the gym days, man. The crazy, exciting people that we see at Planet Fitness.
We see some crazy people at Planet Fitness.
Planet
Fitness is like...
It's like the Walmart of gyms.
Absolutely. It is the Walmart of gyms.
Absolutely. And you go in there and like...
No free samples either.
The crazy thing about... I think the craziest thing about there is like you go in there and like for me, I get a little bit of a confidence boost. I'm not going to lie. Because I see all these other people and I'm like, my life's not so bad. It could look like that.
We have literally worked out with the best of them. I'm talking about Ronald Reagan. I'm talking about Melissa McCarthy. I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. I'm talking about literally, bro, everybody under the sun, dog, that you can think of, we have worked out with. And I'm not even saying this is a celebrity gym. I'm just saying that if there was like a dress-up look-alike contest, they could wear street clothes and take the cake.
From South Park that was talking about their jag-offs.
Bro, have you ever seen that South Park episode where it's like these two... Okay, so it's like South Park is a TV show, right? And the aliens are like... literally like videotaping their every move like the Truman Show and like projecting it to all these other planets in the solar system. And it was all the boys had to go on a rocket ship somewhere or spaceship somewhere, and they ended up going to this planet, and there was these two like aliens, don't even remember what they were called, but they were in a strip club, and Kenny was taking pictures of them, and they were like, oh yeah, you suck up my jag off, and you suck up my jag off, oh yeah, suck my jag off right there, oh yeah. like bro, it was
we're gonna put a picture
shit. And I'm letting
right
you know
here.
yeah, the picture will get posted. I'm letting you know right now. Let me just show you a picture real quick so you understand.
I watch a lot of South Park, but
dude, I'm letting you know right now, there is a person. I'm not even going to gender them. There is a person there that looks exactly like this, dude, and it is the funniest shit ever.
Do you guys remember when like South Park Studios was like the big thing? Like,
yeah.
I used to hack my high school computer so that everybody could watch South Park Studios.
This is it.
Oh, he's got it. No, you suck my jag off. No, you suck my jag off. Right there.
And you guys saw someone that looked like that?
Just like that, bro.
Absolutely.
I damn near started crying, bro. Bro, I was laughing so hard, tears started running down my face, bro.
He's like, look. And I'm not a person that laughs like all quiet and shit. Like, he can do the kind of quiet laugh.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
You see me walking away like this.
Like, I hit that, like, I'm like holding it back.
Dude, that shit is so funny, man. And it's not even like... So here's the thing, okay? It's kind of like if you say something that is completely ignorant, people have the opinion and the freedom to sit there to formulate an opinion about what you said, correct? So when we go to the gym, it's not like we are personally making fun of these people. Mm-hmm. That is not what we're trying to objectify. We're trying to objectify the fact that these people that we make fun with, go to the gym and do absolutely fucking nothing.
Absolutely nothing,
bro. So they'll literally go in there, hop on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then leave. Or go in there and do like exercises that it's like, okay, you're not trying to progress at all because we've seen it. It's not like you've just came here. It's not like you're just new. It's not like it's been 2 weeks. It's not like it's been 2 months.
Like we've seen you here many times.
I have been going to this gym for over a year now, and this person started when I started, and I'm letting you know right now, progress is progress. But, shorty, if you're going to the gym to talk to your friend, make the phone call at home. Like, there's videos for that shit. Right. You know what I mean?
You don't have to spend the money.
FaceTime it. Dude.
And then you got the older people there, bro, that are literally, bro, staring you down. Like, it's about to be a gang war, bro. Like, literally staring you down like, back in my day, I would have just brought you out back and beat you up. Like, bro.
Like, yo.
Dude, there's no reason to be looking at us like that.
It'd be funny.
No reason. And they do it to everybody.
Yeah.
They literally go to the gym just to stare people down, bro.
You know, my favorites, though, are like the women that you could tell just went there just to say that they're doing something throughout the day.
You know what that was called?
Yeah, or snap one pic and then
oh
dip.
my goodness, no, this is the funniest thing, right?
You want to know what those are called, though?
What are they called?
Street piranhas.
Oh, street piranhas.
That's what they're called, bro.
The street piranhas go in there, and they get on every leg machine, do it at the lowest weight possible, maybe 1 rep, because I swear they're there for like 2 minutes.
On their phone too.
On their phone for most of the time, and then they get on the treadmill for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm talking about, we'll be still doing one exercise. They will hop on the treadmill, hop off, and then dip. But the thing that really gets me is they'll make sure they take a selfie in the a couple of them.
Post it on the gram.
Bro,
it's
have
like,
you ever seen The Biggest Loser?
Yeah.
You probably see a lot of them at Planet
No,
Fitness.
but have you seen The Biggest Loser though? The show.
Yeah.
Bro, literally, they would be ashamed of these people that come in there because I'm telling you right now, they've been going there for 6 months plus, and I don't even think they've dropped a pound. Homie, you cannot eat fast food and go to the gym every day and expect to lose weight.
No, we seen somebody before they go into the gym
just pounding a burger,
hotboxing a cigarette, yo. not a dab of weed, not even a half a blunt, not even a joint. They were sitting there just taking cigarettes to the face before they're going into the gym. And I get it. We all have our different things we do.
And that same person's going to be like, why am I out of breath on the treadmill?
Like,
no, they're not getting on the treadmill. Don't fool yourself.
They're not at all. No, it's pretty funny. And then I think has to be the number one are the steroid guys, right?
Oh. It's the steroid guys.
They come in there
and
they scream. Well, first of all, they're ripped. I mean, like, no.
They make you want to jump on the trend, bro.
Absolutely, but the thing
is, like, wow, there, like, why not today? Does this guy know where I can get some?
Just slamming the weights like as hard as they possibly can, and it's like nobody's watching you here, okay? You don't have to do the extra shit. No, absolutely nobody. First of all, most of the people here don't give a fuck about working out. And 2, the people that do are just here just to try to work out until they can go get ready to be at a real gym.
Yeah, I was gonna say is like Planet Fitness like the entry level.
Oh yeah,
like
you start there and then you go
the
to
cheapest
a real
version.
Let me make one last comment on that. The one thing that really fucking pisses me off is that you would say that if you hire somebody for a position, they should be able to, perform that, right? Mm-hmm. Perform those tasks for that position.
When I'm hiring people, I go, hey, have you read the job description?
Okay. So why are there overweight people working at Planet Fitness?
Working, like, as employees?
No, as like, hey, we can show you how to use the equipment if you ask us to, because that's part of their policy.
I don't know. That's
There's people, I'm like, and they're very, very nice people.
Oh, they're so nice, but they have to be, bro.
They're great people, but like, I swear if I ask them, like, hey, how does this work? They'd look at me and say, because they look like they
they'd be too busy with that Ghostbusters backpack vacuuming underneath the equipment. Like, I don't know, I'm vacuuming right now. Let me come back to you,
why is there nobody there after 10 o'clock, bro?
You like ask them a question, they're like this. Like,
we went in there, we just walked right in. Like, we could have not scanned in or anything.
Right.
And we just walk straight in, nobody at the front desk.
Right.
And then randomly later, we just see this random lady just vacuuming. Just
by herself.
Not giving a fuck about anything that's going on in that motherfucking gym. Just vacuuming like her life depended on that shit. There was nothing on the fucking floor.
Dude, bro, I don't know how they be vacuuming those floors. They're literally mats with the speckled white. So it's black on white. So
How
it's
do you
like,
tell if it's dirty?
Where is the dirt? I'm going over this spot like 100 times at this point, bro. Her ass not even getting a workout doing that, bro. A shame.
Not doing shit.
Yeah, just clock in, clock out, never actually do any goddamn work.
Oh, not a motherfucking thing. Yo, I mean, hey, do they? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They'll say like, you know, what they're really, really good at saying like little nice things to you that makes you think that
like,
they actually, you know.
You
notice.
go, girl.
No, they'll be like, we haven't seen you in a couple of days, and you're like,
They come
wow,
and squeeze your arm.
They
like,
care. Oh no, like they probably I think there probably might be somebody that wants to squeeze somebody's arm for sure. Because the way they be staring at people is just like you feel uncomfortable for those other people. Like it's like god damn, like this is terrible.
They're living their lives vicariously through the people that actually want to work out.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
like,
it is. It's a motivational job. No
I
lunks.
wish I could do this.
No lunks.
Yo.
Oh shit.
God
No,
damn.
cause I mean, you know, that's what you get when you go to Planet Fitness, though. You know, maybe like I remember I went to Explore one time, and like the guy, like I was like, he's just like, hey, you want me to, you know, show you something? And I was like, nah, I'm good, cuz. I was like, wow, they know what they're doing. That's crazy.
See, I love people watching. Like, Planet Fitness sounds like a good place to go for that.
Oh, absolutely, it's hilarious. Absolutely.
Super funny. Campbell, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah,
It's been a pleasure,
I
bro.
appreciate you guys inviting me out. This was a
Absolutely.
blast. Oh, God.
Absolutely.
You're always welcome to come back.
Yes, you're part of the A.D.O.R Family.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Everyone, thank you again for tuning in to A.D.O.R Reality.
To A.D.O.R Reality.
Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, everything that you do best. Aaron, you want to tell them where they can find us at?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
Oh, you guys are on Spotify? How dare
We're on everything that you can
Hell yeah.
find a podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
Statistically,
except for OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, we're not there yet.
We're not there.
We're not there yet. Patreon is being looked into, but we're not at the OnlyFans yet.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, and you know, if you want to find out any more material, you're able to see us on any of those platforms. Campbell, again, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you everybody for coming in to get your weekly dose.
I'm already looking forward till my second appearance. Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I really appreciate you. All right, guys. Later, everybody.
Deuces.
Peace.